Welcome, Scorpio. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your May General reading. I'm going to do a horoscope reading. Let's see what we've got for your overall energy, Scorpio, for May. The King of Wands is showing your confidence, your determination, your drive, your passion. You are passionate about something that you are perfecting, something you're mastering, something you're putting the last, most essential push towards. You are perhaps galvanizing a group or really pulling the final threads of a project together. This can be something that you've newly started, but my sense is that this is something you started a long time ago and you've picked up recently to move it forward into a direction that has been unexpectedly opened up to you. In your 10th house, the house of your social identity, the way others see you, you are indeed spiraling through the closure of a deep healing process. You may have be in the recovery of some kind of very overwhelming loss. And this can be as much of a loss to your community as it is to your home, your employment, a shift in which you've really dug down deep into the source of the betrayal, the hurt, the disappointment, even the failure that you've experienced, and really owned each part of that disappointment in terms of your responsibility and involvement in the way in which something failed. You gave it your all. You understood that there would be a return to you for your investment, but instead you found yourself in the realization that you had in some way given your power away and someone used that power against you to harm you. However, you have allowed yourself to grieve. Beyond grieving, you've actually separated yourself up from not only perhaps the people and circumstances of this particular failure or association, but you have allowed yourself to heal and shift your attitudes and your expectation of others, providing the thing that you needed. In the first house, the Death card is showing your ability to really allow yourself to be reborn. This rebirth is absolutely, in the most literal self, a new birthing of your personality, of your history, of your story, of your entire narrative. You've really dug through and are releasing so much of the baggage from your past, so much of not only, again, those trappings of this heartbreak that you've experienced, this loss that you've suffered through, but you've also really given yourself the courage and the heart to recognize that you have unearthed a whole new level of being, a whole new understanding, and as a result of that, you are making way for the birth of your passion to flow anew. This is taking a lot of energy, and I'm understanding this drive and passion that you're going to be exhibiting now, very much in sync with the energies of the recent solar eclipse. You are still, with Mercury in retrograde, you have an additional opportunity to review the plans, review the healing, review the changes, and be very intentional about what it is you're releasing in order to make space for this new birth that is ready to emerge. In the fourth house, we have the Justice card. The justice at your foundation is really about understanding your personal pain, your personal loss, whatever disappointments you have experienced in a global context. So it's making a very clear link between the suffering that you and others in similar circumstances or similar conditions experience, and that what you now see and understand to have been unfair treatment and imbalance, and your efforts at harmonizing that on your own behalf, you now feel empowered to address on a more social, broader, communal, or global level. This is you understanding that the inequities you've experienced have been experienced by a larger group of your tribe, your family, community members, and that you do have the means to demand what is yours, to receive fair treatment, to certainly align yourself with others who have experienced this and be the power that you want to see in the world. Become that change. So this is a card of really receiving just rewards, receiving karma, and certainly the awareness that redress is available. In the 7th house of your intimate relations, you have a star card. And the star is really about your coming through this beautiful healing period with a vision that is being increasingly and incrementally fueled by your larger truth, the larger belief in yourself that you are emerging with. This really corresponds with your individual journey, but it is absolutely linked with this vision of a more just and more balanced world, and your ability to interact with all the pieces of the collective, all the parts of your community, so that you are together healing and improving your environment. I'm going to clarify the Death card here with the Queen of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. Your ability to be rational, to be logical, to be clear, that it is the way you think that it frames your reality and your experience. And you are working now on really being intentional about what it is that you want to pursue. You have really unearthed and are moving out of this place where your values no longer align with perhaps intimates or neighbors or people in your immediate environment. You're recognizing that this outsider status is really part of the divine inspiration that you are gaining, that you are learning from your experiences, and that this ability to move beyond your familiar community is what is gaining you at this opportunity to create the change that you want to see. But throughout that process, it is about being curious, detaching yourself from your powerful feelings, and really asking and listening and staying in conversation, staying in dialogue, staying in negotiation around what it is you're learning, what it is you want to change, and what possibilities are now existing. The Justice card in the 4th house is clarified by the 5 of Cups in the 5th house and the Ace of Pentacles in the 6th house. Absolutely, your new opportunities are coming to you. You have such a profound desire to change aspects of your material life and your emotional environment, so that you are aware that your former focus on the things that didn't work, the experiences of failure, disappointment, have given way to, and with a appropriate period of grieving and mourning the losses that you have sustained. But you are turning to, and with gratitude, the new opportunities that are before you. You recognize that you are at the peak of your ability to manifest a new sense of abundance, a new opportunity to work with others on increasing your abundance. That includes your health, your routines, your habits. In all ways, you are amplifying and elevating your ability to work with others. And this is key because you are joining with others in making changes, and you are all agreeing that no one has the answer or the solution, but that together you can find it. In the Star card in the 7th house is clarified by the Ace of Cups in the 8th house and the 3 of Wands in the 9th house. This is all about collaboration. This is all about the trust in yourself, the faith in yourself that you have gained through working through these losses, working through this pain and sorrow that you've experienced, working through this sense of betrayal and injustice that you have experienced. This is your second ace. In the 8th house, in the 6th house, this is about opening up not only your sense of comfort, safety, and security in the world, but your sense of joy, your creative imagination, your sensitivity, your heart, so that this powerful passion is still sensitized to the nuance of the needs of others and the concrete ways that you can support that as you are primarily supporting yourself through this new way of working and being in the world. And this is culminating in an opportunity, perhaps at a distance, perhaps through an institution of higher education or a religious or cultural organization. You are collaborating concretely on improving some service, improving some resource, creating a curriculum, training, teaching, sharing in a discussion about ways to improve on something so that you are now focused not on quantity or on producing something, but that something must be of excellent quality and value. That is the focus that you are intentionally and collectively putting into this particular effort. This is something that you intend to share with the world. The 9 of Swords in the 9th house is clarified by the Magician and the 10 of Wands. I definitely sense this physical release and exhaustion happening for you, Scorpio. This real focus on those obligations and responsibilities that are no longer relevant or that you no longer expect from others. You've really turned away from those things that have demanded a lot of you and not given you much support or attention in the past. You recognize that, again, you had been looking for things from others that you must primarily give to yourself, and you are at your highest level of creativity when you are working in community, in collaboration for the larger goals of humankind. This is where you are feeling your creativity, your passion coalesce, whatever your project is. And it certainly is about the way in which you can build something of beauty, value, and access to all people, a practical tool that you are building. But this comes directly out of your own imagination, your own heart, your own ideas that you have accumulated through working with others. So this is a really fruitful time. The Magician with 2 aces here has you really looking towards a passionate, full future. And with the swords, I'm also sensing that Mercury retrograde is giving you the perfect opportunity to adjust your plans, rethink your plans, so that when you are ready to present your proposal or project, you have worked out advance of a number of its obstacles and are able to take advantage of all the nuances of our current state of technology and capability. I hope this is resonating for you, Scorpio. I'm going to pull a crystal oracle and ask that if you are resonating, that you like and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. And I pulled the red tourmaline, and the key word is passion. I am the embodiment of passion, and that really is consistent for you during most times, Scorpio. This is temperamentally aligned. I'm also going to pull a hummingbird oracle because I want to stay in alignment with this beautiful spring weather that we're experiencing in the northern hemisphere. And I pulled hearts aflutter. Join in the dance of romance that is swirling around you. Open your wings and let love in. I hope this is helpful. I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, Namaste.